SOS, that's the focus for this very first episode of Hot Takes. Good afternoon. Welcome to Hot Takes, a fresh news opinion podcast with me, your host, Leandre Samuels. This podcast is a part of the Stylistic Sunday Series, which is being conducted by the students in the television broadcasting class. Of course, it's a brand new series, so what should you expect? Now, I like to say that it is an engaging, unapologetically unfiltered, thought-provoking podcast every Sunday at 5:35 p.m. right here. And it's a pretty short podcast. It's just about 5 minutes and it will fit perfectly into your busy schedule. And if you missed any of our episodes, you can always go back and rewatch them. Now let's get right into the news. This week, there was a pretty interesting news story. It was the 44th annual National Leadership Prayer Breakfast. It was held on Thursday, January 15, and under the theme, Choose Hope, Arise and Build. In attendance were members of the government, such as the Governor General of Jamaica, Sir Patrick Allen, the Prime Minister, Most Honorable Andrew Holness, the opposition leader, the Honorable Mark Golding, as well as other leaders from the business and political and religious sectors of the country. The message was presented by the Reverend Omar Morrison, who leads the First Missionary Church, and his message was focused on urging attendees to embark on a mission to rescue Jamaica from hopelessness. He mentioned the climbing crime rate, the declining stability of marriages across the island, as well as the choice by many young persons to get involved with illicit activities. He also mentioned, however, some, good things about the country that have come out in recent times. For example, the new drive by the police in going after gangs and prosecuting them to the full extent of the law. He spoke about the 20 consecutive quarters of economic growth that we have experienced, as well as the tourism sector that keeps breaking records in Jamaica. But he didn't stop there. He took aim at his fellow religious leaders, and he said that the church needs to be rescued from greed and pride and over concern for their own safety, as well as a post-pandemic comfort level. Now, what are my views? It's without a doubt that Jamaica is suffering from a pandemic of crime and violence. Almost 1,400 persons were killed in 2023 alone. And yes, the church can and needs to do more to address society ills and problems. And many churches these days seem to be becoming more like exclusive clubs, not really having that much interest in helping humanity or addressing the needs of the community. Now, the reality though is that the church cannot be the only solution. Jamaicans need to step up, and there needs to be a genuine desire on the part of every Jamaican to stomp out crime and corruption, which of course we all know it's driven by greed, which drives practically every single criminal activity. Crime is also known to be driven by the larger players in society, and they need to be held accountable. So how do we get from here? I believe partnerships from the different aspects of society. We need to build those partnerships, and we also need to have a more genuine concern for Jamaicans, and seek to fix the issues that exist. Yeah. Anyways, that is actually unfortunately all the time that we have on Hot Takes this week. Remember to catch us every Sunday at 5:35 p.m. or rewatch our episodes on our YouTube page. On behalf of my executive producer, Mr. Brian Cuff, and the rest of the team, I'm Leandre Samuels. A fresh new episode comes your way next week Sunday. Remember to stay opinionated, stay curious, and stay unapologetically you. Bye.